potentially hearts, nines, aces. It's just not a board that I expect to be barreled on too frequently, but it is possible. So I thought trying to get it on the flop would be preferable to hoping he barrels off on that board. Not sure if I like it too much though. Well, that was like the best river in the deck because it's so disguised that I counterfeited all his two pairs, all his two pair hands. Of course, I'm gonna get stacked by the full houses and 10-8, but that's okay. I beat Ace Jack and tons of other stuff that you can be bluff catching with. And there's a missed flush draw that showed up on the turn. There's a load of miss straight draws. I think it's a good spot overall. Here I don't have a super strong hand on the left, but I think I'm going to check for deception and see if I can get him to go off. Oh, I think I need to bet here. I'm not really worried about a free card, but I think he might have a lot of hands that'll call the check behind if I don't bet. On the right, I have a gutter, and I have the position. Alright, let's flat ace game. Every once in a while. I don't like my bet on the right, really. My range is so ridiculously weighted towards gutters and flush draws. I don't think I'm having my best session right now, to be honest with you guys, but I think I'm thinking about things correctly, but just making some mistakes and making some mistakes. I guess that's it, just making mistakes. He hasn't 4-bet in a while. Just gonna fold though. I don't have good enough reason to try to jam it and light it and have a too big of a feeling. These are two standard pods playing out right now. Nothing too special. I was gonna bet twice, but that's no good. Yeah. He definitely likes to do that a lot. His flat calling range is extremely weighted towards ace high. It's really interesting. I like to go check my hold'em manager, but pretty sure that's flat a ton of ace high hands. Guess I should give him credit for a thin value bet on the left because I keep looking him up at. Not the best logic you've ever heard, but if you keep looking him up and he never has a bluff, I guess eventually you gotta stop looking him up. We've become deeper on the right table, which is fun. We're at 175 big blinds, which means I can open more hands and defend more 3-bets with position, which like the 6-9 suited I really like to do. Oh cool, I flopped something. So, could raise. Not too happy about getting it in. And like I did say, I probably won't be in very good shape if we do get the money in. And his range is heavily weighted towards broadways when he 3-bets, it seems like. So I think just flatting is best. It's a good card because it gives me showdown value, but there's not 2 flush draws out. Queen Jack is the nuts, which I don't think he's 3-betting, which I could have, but he can't. This is a really interesting spot because he's laying me pretty heavy pot odds with a decent amount of stack behind. Oh baby. I'm obviously snapping now, but I'm not surprised to see him flip up like 7-8 here though, to be honest. Or something else. Yeah, like a draw. Because he doesn't it seems like so far in this match he hasn't been value betting the turn when like obvious nut hands get there, like when Queen Jack gets there, he seems reluctant to 2-barrel with like King Jack, stuff like that. I think that makes sense. So it really polarizes his range towards draws and super nutted hands on the turn. And I felt like he was going to show up with air there. I was considering calling if I didn't make trips. That would have been a lot more interesting. On the left, he bet 3-bets me, and I can't do anything. I can't even call. On the right, I might have the best hand, and I think he'll bluff the cards that improve me, so I'll go for a check call. Alright, Mr. Thin Value Bet all the time. We're gonna give you a pot check raise. I rep all the straights, I rep all the 2 pairs. He's value betting me thin all day. So I like turning my hand to a bluff here quite a lot. It's hard for him to put me on air here. So he's got to put me on doing what I'm doing.